Next, you'll gather your cables. There's going to be 3 cables. You'll see 2 shorter length cables, one with a small end on it. That is the heated bed cable. The one with the wide end on it is for the LCD. The long one with the medium width head is going to be for the extruder. So first we'll plug in the LCD. The LCD cable, and we'll cover the cable management at the very end. The LCD cable just snaps in right here, as the board cover indicates, LCD. And then we'll plug in the LCD panel back, just like that. And that cable will be not super relaxed. That is the way it is supposed to be. Next we'll attach the heated bed cable. That comes in this top port right here. And I like to loop it under the LCD cable so that it keeps this cable from flexing over into the motor. It keeps it on that side of the motor. And then lock that into the bed. So now as you move the bed through its extents, that cable will stay in the middle of the area between the frames. Last is the extruder cable. Now you have 2 extruders available. This is a single extruder. So the first one we are going to snap into is extruder number 1, which is the one on the left. And we'll attach that cable with some cable ties. Pops with the connector to the back and snaps in. So now all the cables are connected, and we're ready to connect the rest of these. For attaching the rest of the cables to the board, I'm going to flip the printer on its back. Now I'm going to first take the Z cable and just wrap it around the power and plug that in to the Z ports. Do the same thing with this one. And plug that in. Y goes in the middle. And X, you do need to leave enough cable that this can actually go all the way up the bed and all the way back down, and then you can just wrap the tail end of this around the extruder cable and plug that into X. This is going to get attached with cable ties here, so this will be nice and out of the way. Now the Z limit switch actually comes into this first slot marked with a Z. The Y is the next one over, and X is actually on the extruder head itself. This port is actually linked to the extruder cable, so those are going to be in parallel all the way up through the extruder. So it doesn't matter if your cable goes here or on the extruder head. As far as tying off the cables, you can do that however you would like. Now for zip tying the main cables to the frames, I use one zip tie at the bottom. One zip tie halfway up, allowing enough play for this to come at least all the way back down when the bed is homed. And then on the top one, I will actually cable tie this one crosswise so that when I tighten this, it kind of pushes the cable up into an arc to come over to the bed. That keeps it from dragging down onto the belt and falling back into the build area. The remaining cable ties can be used down below to manage your cable management however you would like. Once your cable ties are secured, you can just clip off the ends. Now ready to power this up for the first time. Plug it in. Turn it on. Okay, we do need to update the firmware on this one.